I'm making this video to kind of give a review of what I call the poor man's commuter bike. I put this together in the last 2 weeks here in Salem, Oregon. Start with the bike. It's a Genesis 27.5 wheel size, 21 speed aluminum bike. Cost me $129 at Walmart. It has Shimano trigger fire shifters. I've added a bell. That was $1 at the thrift store. I added a basket. That was $1 at the thrift store. Added a mirror. That was $2.97 at Walmart. This bike features non-adjustable front shock absorbers and disc brakes, front and back. Has the rear style kickstand, which is nice. It stays out of the way of the crank. I added a bottle cage because it does not provide holes in the frame for the standard screw mount. So this one came with a strap mount. Also got that at Walmart for $4.97. Only complaint I've noticed on the bike, cheap ass pedals, and this is about the only sticker inconsistency on the frame. It just keeps bubbling over. You can smooth it out. Anyway, this is the new Genesis made by Kent Bicycles. It handles pretty good. I saw a review earlier on YouTube where some guy was complaining that this clamp right here is real cheap, so that it doesn't hold torque enough to keep this from swiveling, and everybody's complaining about how it doesn't shift well on the front derailleur. I haven't had a problem with it yet, but I maintain it usually in 9th or 10th speed, which is like the middle in the front and about the 2nd or the 3rd in the rear. There's been a couple of scuffs that I've put on it since I've had it the last 2 weeks. I think that my shoe caught that. It's a pretty good bike. I changed the seat out to a gel seat that I had. Also got that at the thrift store for $1.50. I added a fender that came off of my old bike. I forgot where I got that. I think the bike I got that off of was given to me. I've cut a hole here in the front of the basket kind of crudely. Have to kind of clean that up a little. But I can put my phone down inside the basket and strap it in and film through that hole when I'm pedaling around. This is the bicycle that I use for the Grow Buds for Vets project here in Salem, Oregon. The other bike that I had was getting old, and I wanted to put together a commuter type bike where I could go and get groceries if I needed to, or bring around little bottles of cannabis to dispense to the opioid addicts. In this it's a sunglass case that my POV DVR sunglasses came in. I use it to keep my gloves in. Down at the bottom there I have my cable lock, my kryptonite. Along the inside of the basket here I have my adjustable wrench strapped to the basket with hair ties. And along this side of the basket I have just general tools with metric Allen wrench set at the base, because most of the fasteners on this bike are hex head and real cheap. They're not stainless, they're Chinese soft steel metric, and you can tell, like the one time where they put the bike together, that the steel itself was breaking down. So my next task is to replace all of these subpar metal straps and screws with either a stainless or aircraft steel. The disc brakes are kind of alright, they're kind of low end. The actual disc rotor itself is really thin and kind of cheesy. Got a little overspray of black paint on it. I noticed a little bit of warping if you clamp down hard on the brakes. So I'm going to avoid hitting the brakes real abruptly on this bike. So that's it. It's the 2018 Vitesse 650. It's got a 27.5 inch wheel, which rides like a 29. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about there, but you get a higher profile and the bumps with this really low grade wannabe adjustable front fork suspension. It's a casual, inexpensive ride. The whole thing altogether was under $150. So, as I said, I'm using this to deliver medicinal cannabis to all the veterans and the homeless opioid addicts here in Salem, Oregon, as part of the Grow Buds for Vets project. Kind of made a few little modifications. I added that little reflector on the front, on the side, that was with my old bike. Just give a little more visibility. I put the rear reflector that was on my old bike on the back of the basket. I also set the bike up where I've got rear tail lights that clip on here and a headlight that clips on up here. But I keep those in the house unless it's dark. So that's it. That's my review of the Genesis Vitesse by Kent. Available now at Walmart. Assembled, you just roll it right up to the register. If you have any other discount coupons, use them. Thanks for watching.